having Miss Dee Compton on the call with us. She has an amazing, amazing health testimony, and she's going to share a lot of different, aspects of her journey, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to turn it over to her real quickly. My name is Hannah Gamby. I'm a Silver Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. This is my first time to host one of these calls. I'm really blessed to be able to have this opportunity. So I hope y'all enjoy. All right, Dee, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name's Dee Compton. I got involved with Plexus Worldwide February 2014, and at that time I was really just looking for something to improve my health, give me some energy, and just kind of help me feel better. I did not ever expect to feel as great as I do now, but I began with just taking Slim and I think Accelerator, because I didn't really know what to take at that time. So I wasn't trying to lose weight, but I was trying to get healthier. So within 2 weeks, I noticed that my migraines went away. I lost the fever, which I had been running for 2 straight years for my Rocky Mountain tick fever. I wasn't, my blood pressure and sugar was not bottoming out anymore, so I had energy throughout the entire day. And those were just some of the things that I noticed in the very beginning. Now, since then, I've incorporated ProBio 5 and BioCleanse and X Factor, and I've just totally regained my health and improved my immune system and also my gut health. So now I'm no longer suffering from allergies or my asthma. I no longer have breast tumors. It just goes on and on. What else? Well, I have sustained energy. I'm sleeping a lot better. I'm not, having to take melatonin to go to sleep at night. I no longer have night sweats. I have regular cycles. And last but not least, I am regular for the first time that I can ever remember. I had previously suffered extreme constipation and IBS symptoms. From about the time I was 15, it got very severe. Now, whenever I was diagnosed with the Rocky Mountain tick fever, my immune system was just totally suppressed. All the antibiotics really messed with my system. And I would go 3 weeks without having a bowel movement. So obviously, I started having a lot of colorectal issues, which ended up I had fistulas and anal fissures and abscesses, and that all led to I had to have a fistulotomy and then a fistula exclusion surgery and then 2 C-time placements. And so once I began Plexus, I actually started having regular bowel movements, and that was a huge plus for me. If that was the only thing that it did for my health, I would have been gracious. I didn't realize that I was just going to totally have a renewed health and life in general. So no more colorectal surgeries, no more breast biopsies, no more precancer cells on my cervix. I'm doing extremely well now. Did you have any other questions?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, as far as health goes, how long were you on the products before you saw the results that you started noticing, like your health like turning around?
About the 2 week. At the 2 week point, I noticed that I was feeling a lot better. So I decided that I was going to check my temperature, and lo and behold, I no longer had a fever. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff really works. And then, let's see, I incorporated the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse the second month. And honestly, I began having regular cycles, like as soon as I began all of those products. So, within that first month, I really, started recovering. But I would say, at that year mark, I for sure knew that this was like the real deal.
That's awesome. When you, like, what is your journey as far as becoming an ambassador? How did that go about, and how did you get involved with the business side?
Okay. Well, I know a lot of you probably know or have heard of Heidi Spear, and she and I went to college together. So I started seeing her post about plexus a lot. And for the longest time, I thought it was just for weight loss. I'm originally from Louisiana. So that's actually where plexus kind of like started, was in Louisiana. So I had known about it for a few years. And then I started seeing Heidi post all of this stuff, and I just started seeing testimony after testimony, and I decided just to give it a try. And I became a health testimony myself. But I actually became an ambassador February 2014, and I had never even taken the products before, but I just trusted Heidi because I knew that she was a very trustworthy, sincere, sweet person. And I trusted what she was saying, and I noticed how much, just financial success she was having. I think one of the most memorable things with Heidi is I remember probably the first year, it was the first year, first probably 6 months that she was involved. She had made a post that she and her husband were able to sponsor 10 of the Christmas angels instead of one that year. And so I thought that was really sweet that they were doing that. And she started running a special, like she was looking for 10 people and she was going to train each of them. So I hit her up, and I got signed up.
That's awesome. Can you hear me? I think there's like a little bit of connection.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think for a minute it had frozen.
Yeah, it froze. That's really awesome. I think that how the business testimony, I was born in Louisiana myself, and so I'd heard about plexus, and I was raised in Mississippi, so it was really popular in the South. And I just always, it took me a really long time to actually ask someone about it. Like, it's just funny how it all unfolds as the journey begins.
I didn't hear you. You didn't have any sound. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. So what is your, like, you are a gold ambassador. So how long did it take you to become a gold ambassador? And like, what are some encouragement tips that you use for your team and those type of things?
It took me a really long time to become gold, actually. I believe I went silver within 2 months. But it took me actually a year to go gold. And the reason for that is that I actually didn't even start pushing my business until February of this last year. And at that time, that's when I brought on like 20 ambassadors that 1 month. And the next month I went gold. So at that time, basically, we had the reimbursement special going on. Like, we were reimbursing ambassador fees, and I think that's really how I got a lot of of my ambassadors. But the one thing that worked really well is Heidi and I had decided that we were going to have a lot of three-way group conversations. So I had 17 preferred customers at that time. So she and I actually had three-way conversations with all of those, and the majority of them signed up to be ambassadors at that time. Now, a lot of them did not stay active, but that's just part of the journey. So what I tell my team is, first and foremost, you have to be a product of the product. So if you're going to sign up and just pay that $34.95 and not ever order the products, you're probably not going to be successful. In fact, I have taken every single product that we offer. I mean, like, I don't have nerve damage or anything like that, but I still take the nerve health support. And I've tried it all just so I can be a product of the product and give my own personal experiences of each product. Also, if you're serious about this and you want it to go somewhere, you need to get some business cards, and you need to do that quick. And then just start handing them out to anyone and everyone that you come into contact with. Another thing I learned along the way was don't prejudge anyone. The people that you think would never be interested probably are. And then later on down the road, you're going to be kicking yourself in the rear because they sign on with someone else. So don't ever prejudge someone. Everyone is a potential or a prospect. Another thing is to be consistent. Especially when you first begin, you need to be consistently posting every single day. Not everything needs to be plexus related. Some stuff, it needs to be personal. You need to keep it personal so people don't think you're all business. So, I think people say maybe, I can't remember what the ratio is, but you need to be posting at least half and half. Let's see, another thing. Set goals. Write them down somewhere. I have an actual photo collage of my goals, like a dream board or a goal board or whatever you want to call it. I have a picture of a Lexus and Maui and diamonds, and I think one that just says namaste, and some other things, that keep it in perspective for me. And I have that in my car, so I see it every day. Let's see. Oh, testimonials. I remember being at the Plexus Palooza with Sonia Dudley and Lori Harrison, and one thing that has still stuck with me to this day is when Sonia said, stories tell and ads sell, or something like that. But basically, people are drawn to your stories. People want to see your stories and hear about your stories. So definitely share others' stories and share your own stories. Even something small, like, oh, I love all this energy I'm getting from Plexus, or I can't believe I'm sleeping so well now, or oh my gosh, I was able to get off my blood pressure medication, or hey, I lost 10 inches, but I've only lost 1 pound. I mean, it can just be anything. Definitely educate your ambassadors, educate your customers, anyone and everyone, educate them. We say that we share, we don't sell. And I think that's important, that you're not always coming off as all business. People still need to know that you're trying to build relationships and have relationships with them. And that is how you make the sale. That relationship has to be there first. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Go to your upline, your direct upline first. If she's not willing to give you help, or she doesn't know what to say, then keep on going up the line. It's always important to know who your upline is. And make sure you keep your life in balance. I know you can get easily overwhelmed very quickly, and it's important that you don't let yourself, and that you just keep your life in balance. You have any other questions for me?
That's really great. I really love how those tips are so important, and they're major in building your business. First off, I love the way that you said, the first thing is first. You need to be a product of the product. Nobody is going to be interested in somebody that has no results from these products whatsoever. Like, really, anybody can pick up and sell something. But the fact that it's helping your personal life, and people want to know that. People want to know that it's helping you and your family and yourself. Like, they want to know about your results, and that is huge, huge, huge. So, here we are. We have Dee Compton on the phone. On the call with us, and we're so blessed because she really does have a cool testimony. I saw her videos on her Facebook page. She's really not afraid to say anything. That she's definitely keeps it all out there, and that's really where the results come in. You don't hide any results from anybody. You don't hide these type of success, and that's why we're here, because we want to share. We don't keep it to ourselves. So I love how you said the three-way calls. I've done one three-way call before, but my question for you is, how did you and Heidi set that up? As far as, when you're talking to a prospect customer, do you just say like, hey, do you want to get on a call, or how do you normally set that up?
Well, actually, they were three-way group messages on Facebook. But one thing that I think works really well is that Heidi uses voice clips, and so you can actually hear the excitement in her voice, and that brings people in. So, it's really hard to coordinate like a phone call, especially with 3 people. And when you start trying to nail down a time, it's really hard to coordinate 3 people, especially when 2 or 3, or if everyone works, it's really hard. And they might be on different time zones, so it's just easier for us. We went with the Facebook group messages, and so she would use the voice clips, and I would occasionally, but I just really prefer to type my responses. But Heidi's really, really good with voice clips and presenting that excitement in her voice, and it really draws people in.
That is a really good idea. I haven't thought about it that way, because a lot of people say three-way calls, but you can three-way message people, and it's just the same effect. I do that with my team. My team and I have a group messenger, where we send voice clips, here and there. Like, I'll be, thinking of something random, and I'll just send a voice clip. That's really a good way to be personable too. I also like how you said business cards. Those are huge. I actually just recently ordered 1,000 business cards, and she sent me 2,000. So I'm like, what am I going to do with 2,000 business cards? That's a lot. And I feel like it was like God's way of saying, you need to be passing out your business cards more.
Yeah, but double the amount.
Yeah. So business cards are great though. Like, I've had a lot of success with that. Random people have texted me before, found my business card, those type of things are huge, huge, huge. And I'm trying to think. Oh, educating yourself. I really like that also. I tell that to everyone. You educate your customers and your ambassadors. Like, I know getting new ambassadors, sometimes it can be really overwhelming. I don't know if you're a new ambassador and you're listening in on this call, but don't get overwhelmed. Just take it a piece at a time. You can only eat an elephant one bite at a time, and take it and learn about the products, educate yourself, and just soak in the knowledge and the resources that you have. And I can't really think of any other questions that I have. Did you have anything to add?
Let me think. I was going to say, with the voice clips or with the three-way messages, I feel like it's a great tool because they can reply whenever they want to. And, whenever you are messaging someone, give them time to respond. If they read it and, they don't immediately respond, don't say, hey, I saw that you read my message. What's going on? Why are you ignoring me? Like, if they just totally drop the ball and don't respond, I would wait, a couple of days before I check back in and just say, hey girl, or hey guy, hey you, I was just checking back in with you to see, what was going on. Did you have any other questions for me? Or actually, it's best to ask open-ended questions so they can't answer with a yes or a no. That's
Yeah.
what I always try to do. So they have to respond in some way.
That's a good idea.
And another, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say another thing that was really helpful for me. I use SJ Plexus on Etsy a lot. She has awesome stuff. She has like info cards on, there's one on the Fab 4. There's one for, it was Fast Relief, but now it's Ease. She has some really good cards, and I loved them. And I sent them out to all of my current or older. I have them around here somewhere, I thought. But yeah, and she also has like table toppers and all kinds of cool stuff that she uses and sells on there. I've got one right here. Hold on. So I was doing like flea markets and stuff like that, and so these would look really good on like a booth. And it's just a product.
Oh.
It's a description of all the products. They're really cool. It talks about each product. And then we have this one too. But of course I have to have new ones now because they all say like Fast Relief and stuff. But those, and I do a lot of different incentives for my ambassadors and incentives for my customers. But it's been told several times, don't do anything that can't be duplicated. So it's not actually recommended to, reimburse that $34.95. I think Celeste has said that before, and I know Sonia Dudley and Lori Harrison, they've both said it too, but it actually works well for us. It's not necessarily duplicatable to maybe like a brand new ambassador or someone that's struggling at that time. But once you get to gold, or once you have like that steady income coming in, it's a lot easier to reimburse that fee. But you don't want to just set your ambassadors up for failure either. So I go back and forth on that, but that has actually helped me on 2 different occasions recruit a lot of ambassadors. But at the same time, like, maybe that's why I have so many that are inactive right now.
I think that it is really important for those marketing materials. Like at first I was like kind of hesitant about business cards, and I was like, you know what, I really just need to take the plunge. I've had several orders of business cards since then, but just kind of putting yourself out there, product magazines, mailing them out to, everyone that your Christmas card list. That's one thing that my mom actually helped me come up with, is my Christmas card list. There's a bunch of people on there that, it wouldn't hurt getting a brochure in the mail from somebody, like what 47 cents, can do. So yeah. I love the duplicatable work ideas also. But thank you so much for coming and taking your time to share with us. And your health testimony and your business testimony is rocking. You're doing a great job. A lot of people are inspired by you, and just keep hanging in there, and we will be in touch, okay?